talk about you and I. Self-help books and my friends' advice. Rate my face card 1 to 10. There's only one right answer.
If I get evicted, fuck everybody.
How you gonna get evicted and you own the house?
Cause guess what, bitch? It's called you can.
But hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, being here, being you. Thank you for being a part of my dream and my journey. And yeah, there's only one you here, so be the best you that you can be. So you guys, we're gonna talk about, or I'm gonna talk about Marvel a little bit, because I watched Captain America, I think it's called Brave New World, right? And this is the one with, fuck, I don't remember his real name, but I think his superhero name is Sam, right? And yeah, so in this Captain America, I mean, I don't know, I never watched the other Captain Americas just because y'all already know I don't care for, like, I can't watch a movie unless somebody looks like me. So I never really watched the other Captain Americas, so I can't say what happened, right? But this Captain America, I was like, oh my god, a black person is Captain America. Like, I'm in that bitch, of course, like, what's going on, da da da. So first, let me say that I really enjoyed the movie. It was a good movie in my opinion. You know, like, he had to fight the president, or the president was like some Red Hulk or some shit like that. I don't know his like villain name, but the president ended up becoming a monster. And there's like this villain, and the president, the mess that he was taking was like putting some shit in his body. I forgot what I think it's called, like Gamma, right? Like what the Hulk has. And yeah, and then they could like activate it or something. So the villain the whole time wanted to kill the president because the president had said that he was gonna help the villain, but he actually didn't help the villain. And Captain America obviously was a friend of the president and defending the president, but then ended up fighting the president. Yeah, it was good though. I enjoyed it. One thing about Marvel, I think what Marvel does so beautifully is their AI and their CGI, their effects, their green screens. When you watch a Marvel movie, it really look like shit is going down. Like, for real, for real. Like, some movies you could tell it got a green screen and you could tell it's like Photoshop, but Marvel does a really great job like seaming all of that together. So Marvel definitely is better than DC, especially in the movie range. DC, I've only seen the Batman movies though. And Joker was amazing. Y'all know which Joker I'm talking about. He was amazing. That's probably my favorite Batman movie, is The Dark Knight, or The Dark Knight Rises, whichever one that Joker's in. Is he in both of them? I can't remember. But yeah, so but Marvel does an amazing job with their like effects and everything, right? So I'm watching these movies and I'm just like, like, what if this was to happen in real life? What if we really had superheroes in real life? First of all, if we did, I'm gonna be in Wakanda. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be in Wakanda. I feel like they got the vibranium. I feel like you need a special code to get in there. I'm down. I feel very protected. I feel very sound. Versus like these other superheroes, you know, the Avengers and shit. They just all over the place. They go anywhere just to fight any type of crime, and now the whole city is down. So I watched Captain America, right? And I was like, oh my god, like, the black guy's Captain America, like, wasn't he a whole nother superhero before? So I went back and watched the Avengers, and that's where I was seeing, like, of course they was like fighting, what was his name, the purple guy. Damn, I forgot his name. But of course they were fighting him, and then like his daughters and everything were fighting him as well, and they had to all come together to defeat this person, da da da. But I'm like, oh my gosh, like, if these people were dead ass fighting and he was really letting those alien thingy majingies come in on the skyscrapers in New York, baby, New York in real life would be gone. And not even that, I was just thinking, like, do you know how many people would die? So many people would die while these superheroes are just still fighting and got their suits and psh, psh, psh. So as I'm watching these movies, I'm really just thinking that Spider-Man 2, I love Spider-Man with Zendaya's husband. I love him as Spider-Man, and I loved his movies too. But even that, I was just thinking, like, that whole, even though it was an illusion, like, still all that water and stuff when he was like in Paris and shit, all that water and fire and all that, like, in real life, us normal people would be done. We would be done for it. And honestly, after one fight, there wouldn't even be nothing else to fight over, because superheroes wouldn't have nobody else to defend. It would literally just be them and their teams. But you wouldn't be fighting for me. But that's why I would be in Wakanda. I would be in my, you know, with the town, you can't even see it. Because there's just no way. Like, all of us would be dead. Like, and I can't help but think of that as I'm watching these movies, because they be having the actors and stuff act all scared and hiding other things and stuff like that. But in real life, baby, you're dead. Like, you're dead. Like, there's a tiny little spider on the ceiling, or bug. But yeah, so anyways, the transition to the Black Spider-Man, right? I mean, Black Spider-Man, to the Black Captain America. Apparently, during the last Avengers movie where Iron Man died, Captain America went back in time for some reason I forgot, but he did go back in time, but he ended up going so far in the future or something that he was just old, so he couldn't even fight anymore because he was just this old man. So he ended up giving the torch and his shield down to the black guy, who was like hawk or falcon or something. He was some type of bird with his wings. So now it was on him to be Captain America. So going back and watching it, I was like, oh, because I thought they were trying to do some inclusive type of thing. You know, these movies are trying to have all people represented, and you know, But then I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then I love, like I said, I love this movie. So yeah. What do you guys think though? Who's your favorite superhero? My favorite movie in that whole Marvel thing, I haven't watched all of them because once again I can't watch. I just, something in me just won't sit down and do it. Like, I don't know, the ancestors, it just won't. But obviously my favorite is Black Panther. I love Black Panther. I heard they have a third one coming out, and there was like a rumor or something of the third one coming out. I'd just be curious as to like what the storyline would be, because Chadwick is gone now. But I did love the second one, because the second one, it just had like his sister. Wait, who was Black Panther? It was his sister, right? I haven't watched it in like a year, but yeah, I believe it was his sister, right? And then they all just was fighting and everything like that. So yeah, and then of course I enjoyed the Hispanic people, they were called, I forgot their names too, but they lived underwater. They had an underwater world, and then yeah, they was trying to help each other. Well, the underwater people was trying to help Wakanda and tell them, like, you know, vibranium is going all around. Why is vibranium in my ocean? Get your shit up out my ocean. Like, vibranium also helps us too, da da da. And then yeah, they ended up like fighting and everything. But I loved, his name was like Kuka Khan or something. I loved him, and I loved his powers, because that man was literally going through the waters, popping up anywhere at any time. And then they had like the water animals. I loved it. I loved it. That movie though, you could kind of tell it was like AI, especially only when they were underwater though, because I mean, obviously, who the fuck sitting there underwater on their throne just talking like this, and so obviously you could tell like they had to, like, you know, Photoshop and do a little bit of AI. But even that too, like, I don't even know, bro. I need to watch it behind the scenes, because I don't even know how they filmed these these movies. Even Hulk, like he's just so big and just transformed so like massive, and it's like in real life with the actor, how is he transforming? Like, does he have a suit on him? Is it just him by himself and he has like you know in Avatar they have those things? Like, is it like that? Because Hulk is huge, and then even when he's like punching stuff and smashing and throwing people, like how the fuck they just do it so like they do it so crispy. Marvel, they do it so crispy. And even with like Ant-Man and stuff, I just be wondering how they do it. And even in Black Panther, you know, he has his suit on, everything, and he's able to just flip and do this. And even Spider-Man able to climb up the walls and just swing and all that. Like, how do they do that? Like, is it a string that's holding them, but then we can't see the string when the movie comes out? And then like, see, this is why I see why it costs so much money, and then why they have to make so much money back. Like, they spend millions in there, they be wanting billions back. I get it, because literally, then you have a movie like Captain America, and you're shooting at the White House, or I don't know, maybe it's a green screen or something, I don't know. But at the same time, the White House is destroyed. Then you have all those cherry blossoms and everything, that road and everything is destroyed. So like in real life, when you're filming that, well, I mean, they do be using like abandoned places and everything like that, but like for real, how the fuck are they making these movies just so seamless? And then like when Captain America uses his shield, like how do you make, if Captain America uses his shield against that big old man, how do you make that big old man go back? Like, once again, is it a stunt double? Is it a machine type of thing, like an action figure? I'd just be curious. But yeah, who's you guys' favorite superhero? I know Avengers is coming out with something next year too, and Spider-Man is coming out with something either this year or next year, or in 2027, one of those. So we will be getting more movies. I do like watching them. Even the Civil War one was kind of cool, and it was crazy too, because I feel like in that one Captain America was dead ass wrong. Like, you're dead ass wrong. He was dead ass wrong. You knew that your friend killed your other friend's parents. You're dead ass wrong. And he was like, he didn't know he was under a program. He's under a program. It doesn't matter. He killed your friend's parents. Like, stuff like that is unforgivable, whether you're under a program or not. That's somebody's parents that you took away from them. And you was over there defending your friend over, and you was fighting Iron Man. Whole time Iron Man was in the right. Like, he had a reason to be fighting you, and you should have been fighting your friend. You honestly should have just gave your friend up from the beginning, and you could have avoided all of that. But it was even more grimy how he knew that his friend killed his parents, and you didn't tell Iron Man at all, and Iron Man had to watch it. Dead ass wrong. His name is Captain America. You know, America, the government and shit, basically acting like them, but you just dead ass wrong. That was dead ass wrong. And it honestly, and even that pissed me off. I was like, oh my gosh, like, when I got to the end of that movie, because I seen that movie in the theaters, but I just went with like my uncle and my cousins and stuff, just because, you know, why not? I'll come to the movies. But then actually rewatching it, I'm like, wow, you're dead ass wrong. All of this could have been avoided. You had other people fighting with you and dropping off of ships, and now you in prison, but then he going back and get his friends out of prison. Like, Captain America, you're dead ass wrong. That's the thing too. And you had all your friends in prison fighting with you. Like, dead ass wrong. I would have never been friends with Captain America again. And then it's funny, because then that's when the next Avengers came out, and Iron Man had to call Captain America because they did need his help, da da da. Whatever. I don't want to hear it, but he was wrong. And that was crazy. Is Captain America supposed to be like that? Like, is he supposed to be like a traitor? Like, you know, is he supposed to be like a backstabber? That's what it's giving. Like, does he do that in his original movies as well? So yeah, I think that's all that I have to say about the movies. Once again, I love Marvel. I can't wait to see what else they do. Black Panther also, well, Ryan Coogler also has a show coming out on Disney Plus with the girl in Black Panther 2 that made the iron suit and everything. She's gonna be having her own show on Disney Plus, so tune into that. I know that's gonna be so much fun, and I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see what else that they do and what else they do with these superheroes. And I don't know, maybe come out with new ones, or like yeah, you can keep having actors reenact these things. Like, you have 3 different Spider-Mans, and you can have 2 different Black Panthers and 2 different Captain Americas, but like, make some new ones, make some women ones. Like, I don't know, and stop having like Batwoman and Catwoman, and then they have like Spider-Man and Black Widow. Just put all of that in the safe over there and come with new something else. I don't know. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts, and I love you guys. Continue being safe and responsible and having fun outside. Drink your water, not soda, not juice, water. Stay hydrated. Don't be passing out, having strokes and all that stuff. Stay hydrated and have fun. Love you guys. Bye.